The Lucasfilm Publishing panel on Sunday gave us some new information regarding the upcoming stories, so here I'll be continuing my coverage of Star Wars Celebration with that panel. I'll be covering everything we learned from Star Wars Celebration this weekend, both with individual videos and an overall summary of everything later next week, so stay tuned for all of that. Sunday was a relatively slow day in terms of news and announcements, so this was personally my favorite panel to follow along with all day. There were multiple Twitter accounts live tweeting the panel, which is always greatly appreciated, and then the news outlets come out shortly afterward with all of the big details. Getting right into it, Star Wars Timelines was described as the most ambitious non-fiction book they've ever produced, and those in attendance were shown pages from the upcoming book. The book comes out later this month, and as a lore junkie, this is the one I've been most interested in ever since it was announced. I'm still unsure how it will look, and what it'll add to canon if anything, but I'm looking forward to going through the book and seeing everything laid out in chronological order. From a certain point of view, Return of the Jedi was talked about next. Kristen Baver will be writing a Sized Noodles story before the book, and Adam Christopher is writing General Pride, which I'm personally looking forward to seeing. We know he has a history within the Empire that we never got to see in his short time in The Rise of Skywalker, so here we'll get to see the character fleshed out a bit more. There was a short look at Kavan Scott's upcoming Tales from the Death Star, which was described as extra creepy, and then they moved on to the High Republic. General Weiss from the Blade will be a major antagonist in Phase 3, and Path of Vengeance will also introduce a new character important to the new phase. The High Republic Character Encyclopedia was discussed in brief detail. Coming November 7th and written by Amy Rochow and Megan Cruz, the guide will feature over 250 characters from the era. These are always fun to skim through, and as a fan who obsesses over the small details and has made it an everyday hobby thanks to this channel, I'm sure there will be plenty of details for me to gush over and use in content. One of my favorite announcements from the panel, Secrets of the Wookiees is the next in-universe reference book. I've been going through Secrets of the Jedi on this channel, and while most of these are familiar characters, the cover for this new one featured Wookiees with Life Day robes on, for Yaga and Gunji, Chrysanthemum, Tarful, and Chewbacca. I personally am not nearly as familiar with any of these characters as much as I am with some of the Jedi, so this gives me a chance to learn more and take more information out of my reading. This book is set to release October 31st, 2023. A new Star Wars cookbook was announced, and The Art of Star Wars Jedi Survivor was announced to have been pushed back to the end of the year, now releasing December 12th. The cover for the art book was also revealed. Another big announcement, Dawn of the Rebellion is a new and upcoming visual guide, the first one in a while, that will pull from Andor, Rebels, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and more. Not much was revealed about it, but it seems like it'll focus on the time between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. So yeah, not much in terms of big reveals. A few smaller discussions about stories, and then a few guidebooks announced, which I always look forward to, and yet never seem to have the time to read it through in full. Let me know which book you're most excited for in the comments below. Remember to like the video, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and check out all of my other coverage of Star Wars Celebration this weekend. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.